record as live, and I'm going to hit Twitch. And we're going to target.
Targeting.
Still targeting. We're live. Oh no. Oh yeah, I probably should tell that to not.
Alrighty. Everybody say hello to the viewers.
Hello, viewers.
Hello, people of the internet. How are you doing today?
Welcome back to my little HSD test game campaign thingy, whatever. I never gave this a proper name because I suck.
That is terrible, Raznir.
I couldn't think of a good name for it. But anyway, hello, we are back. And before we get too deep into it, let's remind everybody there is a Kickstarter going for exactly this game we are testing here, the second edition of SVNT DRACONES. And the Kickstarter is going well. We are at like $36,000 and something. So we unlocked a lot of stretch goals, but there are a lot more. So I've actually recently added a bunch. Which means we need to get to $50,000 because that means more minis, or rather, new minis.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was he takes his shirt off.
No, we're gonna make him do that anyway.
No,
okay.
Isn't that going to be the Bonanza stream or whatever it is?
Yeah, at $43,000 there will be a super mega telethon, and I'm sure Sammy will make him take off his shirt during that at some point. I am confident that will happen.
At least show some shoulder.
Then, and then I'm gonna hire my my friend Charlie to come play a live rendition of the saxophone riff from Careless Whisper.
Oh no!
Y'all, I'm not quite sure that is the best way to, enamor yourselves to a particular game designer. I'm pretty sure that's a quick way to I don't know, get all of the things you've wish listed to burn in an eternal fire. Just saying.
Oh, I'm surely fine.
Well, then I'm going to stay out of fireball radius. Just saying.
There you go.
Gonna be like, you know what? Remember 2 owls? That happened to foxes as well.
Oh.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Can we not have these things be the inevitable?
Just suddenly heens are just forbidden.
Verboten.
Yeah. Hey, Rezi?
Yes.
I'm linking the Kickstarter on the Discord. If you could make that pop up on the stream for a bit.
Like that?
Or maybe the whole time, even. Put it on top or bottom or something. I meant the actual link.
Oh, I think I can manage that. I will be a wee bit distracted. Someone else do the intro.
Okay.
Actually,
I can do a recap.
Yeah, someone else do that.
Alright.
Is there an image I can use? Copy link. Let's throw you over here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, sure. Do give us a recap, somebody.
Alright. So when we left off with last session, where we picked it up was gunshots ringing out in the cave from an unknown direction as a one of our party members went off to scout a corner of the cave. We encountered a hostile, cybernetically augmented lioness who proceeded to give us a right thrashing with a pair of auto turrets and her own panache. We managed to fight her to a stalemate, and she surrendered peacefully. And after a brief discussion, we concluded that this was, in fact, the person, a member of the people we were looking for. Essentially testing us. She had some unusual technology, some odd implementations of FDT weaponry, for example, but after conversing regarding the nature of their nature of the group and why they remain hidden, we were ushered to a hidden elevator and were descending into the depths of a forgotten Ganymedian terraforming facility. I think that was it.
Yeah, pretty much.
At least that's what I wrote down.
That was indeed pretty much it.
Yay! I remembered things.
Here's a cookie.
Forget your cookies. I just made brownies. Although the sentiment is appreciated, cookies are delicious.
I have neither cookies nor brownies, so screw you.
Well, fly to Washington.
Is that all of it?
That's a long way for simply some brownies. Those better be some good heckin' brownies, man.
And push it. Aha!
Push it real good.
So, good news, everyone. The link is just small enough to fit.
Yay!
Hey!
Hooray!
Holy heck, that is a big link.
I mean, you could have always used tiny URL.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Thank you, Rezi.
Yeah.
If you will direct your view to the top of the streaming window, you will see the URL. If you type that into your browser, you will get to the Kickstarter page, and you should pledge all your money. Throw all the money at the SEF.
I am excited for that new novel. That might be a possibility in the future. That will be a possibility. Dang it! We're gonna make it happen.
Well, I mean, all I can say is I'm glad that we've gotten so far as where we are, and I would hope that anyone who does see this takes the opportunity to at least give it a once-over, and if you could be so inclined, please do so. We need the extra help. Every little bit goes a lot longer than you might think. Trust me.
Very true.
What would be
Indeed and agreed.
super cool is if I could find some text, or find an image, or rather, that just said HSD somewhere, that I could throw as a thing, so I could just point it to below the stream.
The strum.
Anyway, I will, assuming I remember to actually do it, also put a link to that in the description of the recording when I eventually upload it to the YouTubes.
Which will be not long after Tygon pokes me and says, "Hey! Hey! Give me the video! Hey! Hey! It's been a week! What's wrong with you? Why are you dumb?" Oh wait, no, that's what I say to me.
Okay. Well, you are descending into the. I was about to say the bowels of some industrial nightmare, but it's actually not that bad. It's there's clearly like lots of machinery. There's pipes and even moving parts and stuff. And there's a lot of noise, and as you might remember, as your view opens up a little into this immense cavern, artificial cavern.
Mm-hmm.
It says on the far wall in faded but still legible letters, Ganymede Terraforming Outpost. What does it say? 26? I think I said 26.
Mm-hmm.
Close enough.
Some number. So that should give you at least a vague idea as to what this place is.
I'm surprised this place is still in operation. I mean, it's probably not officially, but... I suppose it would have made more sense not to blow the whole thing to Kingdom Come, or shut it all down. Wonder how they got it running again.
I don't know if this place is exactly running, Chief. I mean, this is old, and they might not necessarily have the tech to actually restore the terraforming functions.
Well, something is definitely running here. Like I said, there's a lot of noise and moving parts and stuff going through these pipes and everything. This place is doing something.
Hmm.
So yeah, your elevator slowly goes down, and eventually you notice people.
Oh.
There are vectors about here. Like below you can see them moving around and on the walls, like climbing and other elevators and stuff. Lots of vectors. Then everybody pretty busy working.
Does it look like it's actually a like they're still operating terraforming equipment, or have they repurposed it into something else?
That would require an engineering role.
I don't think I'm good at engineering, but I can give it a bloody go. Yeah, mind exert or mind perceive?
No, we can go with mind exert.
Alright, so I have a 3 in that and no ranks in engineering. What's the difficulty?
I am I wanna say at least 3. Let me check quickly. Let me check the chart thingy, the description for the
Difficulties?
for the difficulties. Yeah.
Es difícil.
Because I mean, I'm pretty sure you are not exactly an expert on terraforming equipment.
No.
That is far too far. This is character creation. Not where I want to. There are difficulties. Let's go with difficulty 3.
Alright. So 2d8. Just rolling raw. Nope.
You can't say that's that is beyond you.
That's above my pay grade.
Vandal just sort of shrugs and goes, I don't know, Chief. I can't really tell what they're doing. They're running something.
What is even...
Well, I figure so long as it's nothing that's going to make us, miserable in the future, I don't rightly have a problem with it. I care more about the state of people than I do planets. which I suppose is a bit backwards, but I think you understand my meaning.
As you as the elevator reaches the let's say ground floor, you think you can pick up some sort of singing.
Oh.
It's you can't really make out words, so more like rhythmic chanting. Interesting enough, in rhythm with some of the like machine noises going around.
Sora's massive ears twitch.
You was gonna try to hum along.
That's a bit sugar, isn't it?
Anybody wants to make out more, you may do body perceive checks. But that's, I'm gonna say difficulty 4.
Body perceive. Get how that works.
And this is obviously hearing, so if anybody has any bonuses or something to that, keep that in mind.
Oh, I do simplify that, so that's 2d8 for me. Do you add anything to body perceive?
Yes, you add your exert
Okay.
to that. Unless I am very much mistaken.
Difficult.
Thou shalt not.
Is it difficulty 4?
Yes.
I think. Oh, hi.
I think I can.
Nope.
Okay, Lillian, you still can't make out much. No, not you. We can't make out, entire set of lyrics or anything. But yeah, it's something about working to your best guess is to keep Ganymede going. That appears to be the gist of it.
Well, Sora has no idea how terraforming tech works, so she's just gonna look to the others like, ah.
Wondering. Okay. We never did get directions on where the heck to go once we were down here, huh?
No. But the elevator doors open. And, well, you're standing there. Those people around don't really seem to pay much attention. Every now and then somebody glances over, but it kind of remains at that. Everybody seems to be, well, busy. And one thing that becomes apparent really quickly, that sorry, the vast majority, if not all, of the vectors you see here seem to have some sort of cybernetics.
Do they have any, are there any cogs?
No. At least not as far as you can see.
Interesting.
Hmm.
But yeah, and similar to the cybernetics on Sasha, the lioness you met upstairs in the cave. I mean, it's. I assume most of the characters have seen people with cybernetics before,
Oh, yeah.
and usually they go in one of two directions. Either they're hidden, which is not difficult, make a cybernetic arm look like a regular arm, or they are very obvious, but not in like huge, clunky mechanical arm, but more like make them look really pretty, usually really, 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 really stylish. Almost like a piece of art. With engravings along the shell or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
These look very, let's say, utilitarian, almost crude.
So almost like how Marsco builds spaceships.
Kind of, yeah. For example, there's somebody approaching you. A goat of the female variety who has cybernetic legs. In fact, almost looks like her entire lower body is artificial.
Mm-hmm.
And she's moving fine. They seem to be working without a problem, but they really look more like they belong on some sort of robot, not on a vector or even a cog.
Interesting.
Well, I'll have to say it. That seems a bit of an odd aesthetic choice. Not I'm criticising, it's just most folks don't go for the whole robo look.
I don't think they have a choice, boss.
You figure?
I mean, we're this far out.
Yeah, but clearly if they've got the technology to be doing what she did up top, they've got some kind of capability to, not make it an aesthetic mess.
Medical tech and making decent FDT weapons is kind of a different discipline. Especially when you're dealing with something as finicky as cybernetics. I mean, you have to really engineer them for function over form if you're going to prioritize one over the other. I mean, I have some background with ASR, and it isn't exactly a popular choice among the less fortunate, but if you need a replacement and you don't have the money for something fancy, you don't get something that looks nice and doesn't work well. It's a limb
That's
we're
fair.
talking about. But Vandal will approach the goat lady and say, hey, so the trader sent us, and apparently you all need a little bit of help.
Yes. She talks in the way of somebody very busy. Somebody who has little time for niceties. Yes. Sasha has told me. And as speaking as the GM for a moment, I have to do a little retcon because I think I forgot about that. Kura, that is the trader, was supposed to have given you a little device, which I'm pretty sure I completely forgot about that. Basically to identify yourselves.
Oh, okay. Well, Vandal will present that.
Mm-hmm. It kind of looks like a toggle case. A little, let's say, cruder. Which didn't surprise you at first. It's out in Ganymede in the mean. technology has to be a bit more sturdy to hold up. But yeah, as you presents itself, the goat snatches it up, takes a look at it, does a few presses on the screen a couple of times, and she reaches to her hip and pulls like a plug out of it, with a cable from a little compartment that's built in.
So low tech.
No, pulls it out, plugs it in, looks at it for a couple of moments. Goes, okay, well, unplugs it. The cable pulls back into her hips, and then she tosses the device back to you. Well, that checks out. It's what happened?
He well, his ship crashed.
Oh well, that's a big surprise. Okay. Well, follow me. And she stalks off.
All right. Well, I'll follow as best as my little legs can.
I'm guessing we have to speed walk to keep up and
Power walk.
She is walking fairly quickly, not running, not even jogging, but yes, she is walking at a brisk pace, I believe is a good description.
The doctor walk.
Mickey's going to make a point of going ahead of most everybody so that there's a very clearly wide enough path for everybody else to get through.
Hey, you're like a snowplow, but for people.
Exactly. Well, I mean, unless you've got significantly large vectors, the only ones who are going to sheer bulk-wise get anywhere close to where Mickey's at is a particular bird here and other beings that are of more, breadth and width size.
Substantial girth.
So yeah, eventually she leads you to a small sort of side room, which could be generously described as an office. Okay, don't have a lot of time, but as I hope the trader has told you, we need a little help. We don't really like dealing with outsiders much, but unfortunately, sometimes we do not have a choice. And there's a couple of individuals we like to work with. Trader is one of them. But, well, if he thinks you are to be trusted, then I shall trust his word. Now, to make matters short. We here.
Her eyes narrow as a not sure if you're making a joke or not.
We here keep Ganymede running. We keep it alive, we keep it habitable. Don't care what you think about that. That's what we believe. Frankly, not here to and frankly, you're not here to discuss what we believe. You're here to help us. We are in dire need of certain supplies, certain spare parts, and compounds. It's not really necessary to go into details. We need stuff, and I need you to get it for us.
I mean, give us a list and we can try and procure it.
We going shopping?
In a matter of speaking, yes.
It is not so much the procuring, it's the going there and getting it.
Let me guess, you have some outdated equipment that they don't manufacture parts for anymore.
Do you know how long it was since Ganymede was terraformed?
Yep.
I mean, it's been a bit since I've picked up a history book, but yeah, rough abouts.
Then you can make a rough estimate as to how long it has been since anything we need here has been manufactured.
Rough. And I take it you don't have any printers with the blueprints.
We do have printers, but well, yeah, for some things we lack the blueprints. For some things we just lack the raw materials, and some things we lack the right kind of printers. So yeah, most of the stuff we need we can actually manufacture ourselves, but these are a few special parts. Now, fortunately, there are storehouses also back from that time that are still around. But they are... well, when I say it's on the other side of the moon, then I'm not exaggerating.
Fun.
And, well, quite frankly, it's not just that we do not like leaving this place, it's most of us never have.
You've lived here all of your lives?
Yes.
I mean, wow.
Yes, I was born here. Pretty much all of us were.
You know, I've heard of places like this. It's like the grottos and the little space-bound ports. Folks who live their whole lives out in the middle of the big black.
Yes, I do remember the trader using the term grotto.
Yeah. So, what's your primary concern here? What's the big thing that you want us to be getting you?
I do have a list here, and she makes a give it here motion to Sora.
The little toggle case, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Yep, I'll hand that over.
Yeah, and she hooks it up to a what you guess is a computer terminal. And eventually hands it back. Yeah, that is a comprehensive list of everything we need. Now, I should mention that we had already sent somebody once to get this. It has been a while ago. Several
Hasn't
months.
worked out, I'd
No,
imagine.
we never heard from them. I don't know why. I have no idea what happened, but yeah. So, yeah, What sort of transportation means do you have?
Depends on where we're going and what we need. We don't exactly have vehicles out here, but we do have a little sled thing that the trader gave us.
And you said the trader crashed, right?
Yeah.
So that is.
So down a ship at least.
She like grabs the bridge of her nose for a moment. Oh, okay. Can any of you fly? I mean, a ship, not by yourself. I can see that.
Actually, Toro will raise a paw. I'm not amazing, but I have pilot training.
Okay, that is good.
In metagame terms, I have 1 rank in pilot and a decent mind and body.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Razzie.
What?
Nothing. Nothing happened. It's fine.
Okay, well that is a start. I will see. We have a transport shuttle here that well, we need to make sure that it's still in working condition.
I'm no engineer, but I could see if I can see if I can't, fly it.
The engineering part is not a problem. As you hopefully can imagine, we know our ways around machinery here.
I figured.
But as far as pilots go, we are somewhat lacking. All right. Well, you have with that you have the coordinates and the list of what we need. Well, follow me.
And I guess I shall.
Away.
Away we go.
Indeed.
And yeah, she's leading you deeper into the the let's say bowels of this place. And she's looking around, just obviously searching for someone.
Vandal is going to try and infer what exactly she's looking for.
She's looking for a person.
Ah.
And she's eventually picking up a something, let's say a little screw that's lying on the ground, and and tossing it over what you realize is a fairly deep chasm that's just there on the ground. At a let's say a bear on the other side. who's like making a short growling sound that you can hear even over the industrial din of the place, and looks up and shouts, "Oi! What do you want, Rebecca?" She calls back, "Where's Iliwak?" bear, like, looks like, like thinking for a moment. Says, try Sector 3. Says, thanks. And then she's stalking off again. And eventually she's stopping again. And just standing there, looking around. And eventually just calling this Ilawak by name. She does so several times. She has a surprisingly loud voice.
Sora's covering her ears, wincing.
She reminds me of me sister.
And eventually you see someone climbing down one of the walls.
Hey!
Huh.
That's always nice to see somebody who can do that. I mean, someone who isn't me, of course.
To your surprise, it is not actually some sort of lizard doing their like gecko cling to the walls thing, but a bird. So can't really say what sort, but you know, definitely someone of the avian persuasion. And one of the reasons that has becomes fairly obvious why he can climb like that, and at the same time the reason why he's not just, you know, gliding down as birds are known to do in such situations, you know, always eager to show off with their flying ability, is that he has a cybernetic right arm, which does not include a wing.
Oh.
Interesting.
That's a bit less fun, isn't it?
Yeah, eventually he makes it to the ground. Says, yes, what do you want, Rebecca? Instead of answering, she turns to you. This is Ilawak. It's the closest thing to an actual pilot we have.
Sora kind of gives him a cheery wave.
Ilawak, these are, I actually never got their names, but frankly not important. The traitor sent them. He can't come himself.
He crashed. He swears it wasn't maintenance issues.
That Ilawak laughs, and actually Rebecca does too. They both do. Right, maintenance issues. Yeah, since the trader, including his ship, are out, they will need to use the shuttle. Oh, well, okay. Well, okay, let's take a look. And
Guess I'll just go over the list.
once again, you get to follow.
Man, I swear. Much following, running along with doing. I'd like to just actually be doing something.
Are doing something.
Oh, what? What are we doing?
Following people around isn't exactly what I consider part of a job. It's the start of a job.
Which, at the start of the job, is a part of the job. You can't do a job without starting the job.
You know exactly perfectly well what I meant. You just
I
being
did.
snippy.
I knew exactly what you meant. I just also knew you were wrong. She sticks her tongue out at good old
Yeah.
Mikey and then just starts following the following the burb.
I don't make me stick you in a duffel bag again.
Don't make me ruin another duffel bag.
You's gonna you's gonna lean over to Lillian. What's going on? What are they talking about?
Friendship.
Whoa. Whoa.
That is probably the best answer.
Friendship is strong. Oh no.
Sorry.
Is he wrong?
Not really, no.
Friendship is always strong.
All right. So after a actually good deal of walking and an elevator ride back up, you are coming to what you realize is an sort of underground hangar.
Neat.
And yeah, sure enough, there's a transport there. Like relatively large, you know. Like not huge, but you know, enough to haul around a good deal of cargo. It looks sort of Marsco-ish. You know, the let's say design philosophy is the same.
It somehow looks more generic.
No, it's just you know, probably no design that you've ever seen.
Probably because it's older than all get out.
Yep.
Is there any branding on it that we would recognize, or even that we don't recognize?
Well, you don't recognize this, but it says GTFO 26 on the side.
I appreciate this.
Are you only now getting this? Sometimes I'm being too subtle.
Sometimes even too
Subtle
subtle.
as a brick. Subtle as a brick.
Yep. All right.
Yes.
Just thinking. I know, dangerous. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of piloting things. As far as kind of looking at it with this dubious expression of just, Well, this will be interesting.
I'll bet you anything it's more based off of, well, probably manual stuff.
You're turning
Design.
into a robot there, buddy.
Sounded fine for me.
Oh no, everybody is.
Oh,
This might be server issue.
yep. I think this is a server issue.
On the plus side, I can still hear everybody.
Also, you're fine.
Give me a moment where. Okay, I changed the channel.
Whoa.
And now it sounds fine.
And now we can play video games because we're on channel 3.
I think we lost Blackpaw though.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, as long as we don't end up on Channel 5.
What, you don't like the news?
I'm not worried unless it.
I mean, not in space, I don't.
Hello?
Hello.
Channel 5 Space News. The worst news for the best results.
Doesn't anybody here know Space Channel 5?
That's the reference I was making, yes.
I don't.
I'm making fun of it.
It's a rhythm game and it's very Japanese.
Ah.
And very
That's putting it lightly.
and fairly old. It was Dreamcast.
Yeah, if it's not a PC game, I probably haven't heard of it. And it isn't a console game newer than like 2004.
I think the second one is actually on Steam.
Oh, really? Might actually have to check it out then.
But I would also insist on don't. Your brain will melt after a few hours.
Oh boy, it is.
Alright. Are we all present and accounted for?
Yeah. Iluak and Rebecca go inspecting the shuttle. What are you guys doing in the meantime?
I am going to inspect the shuttle as well, because I have a vested interest in finding out as much as possible about the thing I'm being press-ganged into flying.
Uh-huh. Makes sense.
I'm going to try to look busy.
What is your version of busy? I need to know this now.
Oh no.
Juggling!
Juggling, come here. I will juggle you. Oh no. I don't know. Like, maybe some close quarters PT. So, like, push-ups or something. He's got lots of arms to work out. And little time.
Mickey's going to raise an eyebrow to this, but he's not going to criticize. He understands the necessity for calisthenics. But that said, I think he's going to go over his gear, double check, make sure nothing had any lasting damage from the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, workout helps recharge the cutter, not the cutter glove, the sophist. Because they recharge off of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Sora.
Yes.
The shuttle, well, definitely very old. It appears well maintained. The cockpit is, I mean, you recognize most things. You know, I mean, it's the, like, controls haven't really changed that much over the centuries.
Mm-hmm.
But still, this is definitely old, very very old.
Heck, now I'm thinking of Back to the Future.
She, her eyes kind of glaze over for a moment, and she just sort of shakes her head and goes, "Yeah, this is a ship."
Uh-huh. You would let me put it this way. You can. Oh no, even better. Let's make a roll of it. Give
Oh,
me
dear.
a mind exert pilot roll.
All right. Difficult.
I'm gonna say difficulty 3.
Okay. 2d6 plus 1, or 2d8 plus 1. Blah. Dice, don't fail me now. Hey.
Dang it.
Okay. Like you sit down, you know, try the control stick or whatever it is. I don't know. Press a few buttons and things, and after a couple of minutes, you're fairly confident that you can that you can make this work. You know? Probably be more comfortable if you if you had a bit to really get yourself familiar with, and a manual would be nice too.
I don't suppose you still have the purchaser's manual for this?
The result is a very hearty laugh.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
As a no.
Check the glove compartment.
I'm afraid the glove compartment contains only gloves.
I mean, that is handy though.
Okay, the pair of you stop that. You'll get your round of applause later.
Also a roadmap.
Why did they stick a roadmap in the? Never mind.
Yeah, this is strangely enough from a city on Mars.
Oh, probably where it was made. She just stares at it with this. What is this? Never mind.
What are those?
But yeah, no. The answer is no. It's what Rebecca says. Even Iluak here, he learned this. He learned how to work on this and fly this from his father.
Well, this will be fun.
He says, yeah, maybe someday I'll actually get a chance to fly it.
That'd be really fun. Why haven't you flown it? Out of curiosity.
There was no need.
I know, but it's always good to get some practice in before you need to.
Why?
I like this.
Sora's holding up a paw like she's gonna launch into an explanation, and then she just sort of pauses like it so if this sort of situation arises, you know what, never mind. I'm not getting paid to question it.
He shrugs. I know how it works. Why would I need to practice?
Because sometimes flying is a lot harder than it looks.
Interesting.
That being said,
It's kind of like a surgery. If you don't practice on things that aren't going to blow up if you screw it, when you screw it in real life, well, there you go.
He turns to Rebecca, says, "Is that true?" But she shrugs her shoulders. I don't know. You should ask our surgeons. They get a lot of practice.
See, now that's something that worries me hearing that.
I mean, Vandal just shrugs and says, "No, trust me. I know all about getting practice in. I have to practice on you all's toggles just to make sure I'm still, She trails off. Never mind, not important.
Excuse me, you. We'll talk about this later.
And what about that time you
In
practiced on
detail.
my eye?
The details later. Looking at the parts list, what are our first destinations? Like, what are we looking at?
Well, there's only one actual destination there, which is this storehouse that Rebecca had mentioned, and that is almost literally on the other side of the planet.
So lots of long distance travel.
Okay, rolling a 1d400, getting a 2 is a little impressive, but okay.
he's having a hard time. There's not a lot of room, okay?
He's trying to do one-armed push-ups.
He's used to force.
Doing.
I mean, it's 2 is just as likely as any other of the 398 numbers, but still, that is really low.
Yeah, that is in fact impressive.
I'm gonna say that that's not the number of push-ups. Rather, that is the number of people he's bumped into.
Oh. Okay, that's slightly better.
He did 1 or 2 push-ups and then accidentally, like, just tripped somebody.
But it's actually not that many trips. From what you can guess is that with a shuttle that size, you can probably get it all in one trip.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. What they need is like raw materials, which is basically just literally blocks of matter. That the kind of stuff that you put into the printer, so the printer has something to print with.
Right.
One or two large items. This is just things that are too big for the printers they have. And that need to be like one piece that they can't just print in parts and then put together. But yeah, one trip will probably do it.
Okay. This doesn't seem like it would be too bad then. Definitely get us there, no problem.
Yeah, well, after giving the shuttle a good look over, and the little Foxy has assured that that flying is or piloting it is an option. Unfortunately, Iluak announces that some work on the shuttle is required.
Well, what do you need?
It's just some maintenance, replace some parts, and things. Nothing big, but well, it's gonna take us a while. You should be able to take off tomorrow.
That works. We can rest, recoup a little bit.
That means eat. I'm hungry. Who else wants food? We'll pay, of course. It's only proper, but direct me to the nearest food place. Diner. I don't know what you all have down here, but please, hit me up.
Well, I have good news and bad news there.
Give me the bad news first. It'll make me less likely to be angry.
Well, the bad news is you know the stuff that you get out of a food printer when you can't pay.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah. that.
Uh, I've killed me sense of taste long ago. I mean,
There is a very, very, very inaudible, in more ways than one, muttered at the back of the group.
I mean, what do you... I mean, technically I don't really even need that. It's just, you know, it's nice. There's a reason I got the Omni Gut. He pats his stomach. Which, for the viewers, just because I think it will be funny for them to realize, the OmniGut is a surgery/device that allows a vector to essentially eat anything that isn't directly highly toxic.
Ooh.
So basically, I could literally have Mickey eat any given thing in this room, and he'd be okay for a while.
So congratulations, you have the superpower of being a real-life hyena.
I'd like to point out that just makes him what's the word? Shoot.
Snacking on some nuts and bolts.
What's the word? It's not a trash compactor, but the same thing for food.
Garbage disposal.
He's a living garbage disposal.
Yeah. Whatever works.
I think it goes even beyond a hyena.
Yeah, probably.
Trying to find it there.
Do I imagine people like just enjoying exotic flavors of stuff you're not supposed to eat?
That is actually a thing that it says in the description. Thing.
That's literally a thing he can do. He just doesn't usually bring it up because, you know, there's usually pretty decent food around.
I mean, just let me read the in-game effect.
Please do.
You can sustain yourself on anything, provided it isn't actively exploding inside you. This includes scraps, trash, bad food, good food, old car parts, motor oil, whatever. The system is quite robust. It also makes you unpoisonable by consumables and makes everything taste good. Which gained a bizarre fandom among foodies who discovered an entire universe of new flavors hidden in objects that would previously have killed them. Go figure.
We found a mushroom that if you eat it once, it feeds you for the rest of your life.
Oh no!
You stop that.
Yeah, that sounds glorious.
Yeah, so the food you're getting is basically, you know, the
brick.
The flavorless, you know, mostly textureless bricks you get from food printers when you don't have money to pay for. Good news, there's lots of it, and you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
The bad news.
Sora pulls out a different flask than her usual and starts just dolloping hot sauce on every bite.
I mean, you know, that's not... Fair.
Listen, when you have to go undercover a lot, your budget for food is not exactly great, so kind of used to it.
Imagine Lillian's just poking at it with disdain.
Oh, come on, Lily. Eat your nutrient block.
Are you sure that's edible?
Of course it is. It's nothing but edible.
It's literally all that it's for is for eating. Just try not to taste it. I mean, it
There
doesn't bother
isn't a
me.
taste. Listen, if you can taste something coming out of this, you have a problem.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Rich gal has probably never seen this in her life.
Tastes like poverty.
Oh no.
I mean, you know, I could recommend some things to add with it, but I'm pretty sure you can't eat it. Just saying. Maybe that's an investment you'll want to do in the future. Makes life a whole lot more interesting, and it's a great party trick.
As entertaining as it is to watch, I'm fine.
Yeah, did you ever hear about that bull star that said that if he lost a match, he would eat all of his gear, and he actually did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, ate a whole tactical vest.
It was hilarious.
Alright. Well, on the bright side, even though the food isn't anything to write home about, except you want to write, Mom, Dad, you won't believe what horrible stuff I had to eat.
It was gray and plastic.
It's like tofu, but worse.
Yeah, but like I said, on the bright side is, as you eventually find out, you can get all sorts of things here. These people here are very, very capable mechanics, engineers, you know, whatever. So if anybody would like to make any purchases,
Yeah, let's see here.
that is an option. And as Rebecca has hinted, they also have a capable surgeons. So that is an option too. Which is also my way of explaining why you're actually getting your reclamation surgeons.
Well, I've got a touch-up I've been planning, and I think I'm ready for it. At least according to my documentation and record keeping. He pulls out his little toggle and starts messing with the case. Yeah, it's about time for that. And if I'm remembering right, based on your records, the lot of you are good for a go as well. Might as well get it taken care of while you can. I mean, yeah, sure, it's not going to be the official stuff, but it'll be close enough that you shouldn't have a problem.
Honestly, with my biology, the official stuff probably wouldn't even work half the time. I don't even have access to my own medical records. Mainly because they don't exist.
Which is why I've started keeping my own for you.
She winces and says, please make sure that those are anonymous.
I've never included your name.
Granted, that would be hard to include my name, but...
What kind of doctor do you take me for? I'm a professional. Jeez.
Quick question.
Oh right, I have that.
When do we get the third background ability?
I don't remember. What landmark was it?
Is it two?
Should be on the third landmark.
Aw.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure they work in tandem with each landmark, but...
Yeah, you get your first passive at 1, second passive at 2, etc.
If I remember right, first passive is character creation.
No, you get
No.
your active at character creation.
Oh, okay. I'll
Yep.
have to read through again.
I'm pretty sure, at least, unless I don't know.
I'm gonna read
Well,
through while
let's-
we're waiting.
Let's take a quick look in case that changed.
So I just had a moment of, oh, I should buy that, and then, oh wait, I already have that. I might have an ESP node.
Okay.
Yeah, backgrounds.
Crunch time 136.
Yeah, first passive background ability is awarded at your first landmark.
Okay.
Second unlocks after you achieved 2 landmarks. And the final one after you get 3.
Okay. So the positive negative is active at character creation.
Yes. Which also means, yes, you all have your second passive ability now. Don't know if that is important to any of you, but
I actually have to look that up. I was going to pick up Reclaimed Work Ethic,
okay.
which is provided of access to food and water, you can operate over extended periods without tiring. While engaged in active work, you consume twice as much food and water as you normally would, handle it in narrative, but you do not need to test for endurance or stop for extended breaks. You can also substitute food and drink for sleeping, allowing you to stay awake without ill effect for up to 4 days as long as you can fuel yourself. Ignore exhaustion caused by wearing armor, even if you sleep in it. So, Vandal just is always on, and then at the end of the 4th day, she just thud.
Now, I know you can do that, but it never looks nice and it always gets me stressed. I like to imagine that Mickey, every time she does something like that, he just lifts her up, puts her into a bundle of blankets. Just
It's like when you find some sort of passed out animal on your front deck, and you just like wrap it in a towel, stick it in a cardboard box somewhere.
Exactly.
Oh no.
These origin. Second passive, you gain a random reclamation surgery that does not count against your total. Oh, that's kind of important, actually. It can be from any family, provided it makes anatomical sense. Oh.
I just realized I can afford spontaneous metamorphosis.
Ooh.
Random.
Oh, you could get another set of arms.
You stop that.
This horrible Mandelbrot recursive fractal set of arms where like each set of arms has an extra set of arms on it.
Or he could have he could metamorphosis into a normal vector with only 2.
Or you could be a snake. Just no limbs to 8 limbs.
All I can say
He's
is
not
what
okay
I
with this.
really pictured is you have your regular amount of arms, but they're massive, and each of the fingers is an arm itself.
That's horrifying and hilarious.
Exactly.
Oh, that is the wrong section. I was like, I could get tentacles? No, I can't.
Excuse you, what part of Cthulhu are we going through?
The
So-
Fox Cthulhu, apparently.
So, dubious origin. Is it just like random from all of them, or like blip, choose 3 and roll?
No, you choose. Dubious origin is you pick one, any one,
Oh.
and that's the thing is you don't have to pay for it or anything. It just activates. It has always been there. It's just it hasn't activated yet. So something in Sora's body chemistry had changed and something came online that she's always had.
She just wasn't able to utilize it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I could take... to me, like, reclaimed adhesive pads wouldn't make much sense, you know, having gecko fingers. Although, maybe, I don't know. But, like, something like reclaimed respiration where you can hold your breath for an hour. Like, that would make sense. Something internal and, like, surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Or reclaimed polar adaptation. But you're a desert fox, I know.
That means I can work and exist in the extreme heat and the extreme... That's not what that means. Shut up! Shut up! That's what I want to believe!
The teleformic flesh was you're basically gooey, right?
No.
No.
You can
Only
become
once
gooey.
you've reached a certain level of creep does that happen.
It starts out with just basically your skin being nanites.
Mm-hmm.
And if you push it too hard, it can happen that the nanites basically take over more and more of your body. Eventually, you know, everything.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to.
Okay. But
It's only if you push it and it fails and things, yeah.
but that is the thing I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Yes.
Because that was a lot of reading, and I was like,
Well, there's a lot of rules involved in that.
yeah.
You're kind of turning yourself into a mechanical goop monster.
I know what I'm doing. I'm getting reclaimed pad feet, so I simplify body stealth checks, provided I'm in medium armor or lighter.
How many stealth simplification is that now for you?
Actually, that is the first.
Oh, okay.
I do have a thing. I do have a thing that complicates checks to detect me in combat, and I have a thing that increases my stealth score by 1 when I'm in combat. But I actually don't have any simplifications because I'm a fox, not a cat.
Meow!
Okay.
Oh no, I kind of want void breath. That's kind of cool. Or
Bleed breath.
yeah.
I'm a firing my laser.
Nope.
My laser's a black hole.
I don't think you can get that on its own.
You can't. That comes with the void engine or whatever it is that you gotta have installed in your stomach.
Oh, void core.
Previous to that, yes, you have to have the void core, and then there's something else you have to install before you can get the void breath thing.
Void flesh.
Something. Yes, there's a couple steps before you can get there. It is pretty neat, though.
And I am gonna say that is not available here.
Cold is the void.
You stop that, heckin' creeper.
I can't quote StarCraft. Wow.
Cosmic background radiation is a riot.
That was not the quote that I expected.
See, this is why I was trying to stop it before it got anywhere.
Standard distance.
No.
If you
It
pass.
is too late. You cannot save them.
What is this?
Damn it!
Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Expressive control.
Wait, what?
This neural procedure gives you more direct control over many of the instinctive movements of your face and body, including things like blushing, frowning, dilation of the pupils, and sneering with anger. Pupils. Hush. Pupils. In short, you are able to control what you look like, even sound like, rather than having your emotions or anatomy doing it for you.
What page is that on?
Hey Google, you want to tell me what page I'm on? 295. It's an It's an augmentation.
Because that actually sounds straight up like something that
Yeah, it's just
what
underneath
Vandal would have?
equilibrium. Expressive control, just underneath equilibrium regulator.
It's the last thing on 295.
Yeah, I need that.
Is that new?
Nope, it's been there. I was originally going to get it for one of my faced characters some time ago, but somebody else wanted to play the face, so I never made the character.
Yeah, I have Spyglass written somewhere on my character sheet, so I clearly need that. Alright, plus I have way too many credits, so it's time for me to splurge. Expressive control.
Anybody else gonna make any purchases?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Nice to meet you, Good and Brother Good.
Clearly I need transcendent implants.
Yes, obviously.
Obviously. I could afford 2.
I could afford
'Cause-
quite a bit.
Because I didn't spend... I could actually afford 3, because I was terrible and didn't spend any of my starting money.
Why?
Because I made my equipment list very last minute. And this was the first opportunity that we had to stop and buy stuff.
I forgot how many credits I had. Shit.
You didn't write that down?
I did, and I just can't figure out where I put them. That's the problem. And now I'm just sitting there going, well, this is a PT. Josh, great. Friggin' great.
Okay, so expressive control is 650. So that means I have 3,110 credits to spend.
Holy poop, I have 1960, and I thought I had a lot.
Like I said, I did not get enough stuff. I clearly did not get enough stuff.
Well then.
Oh, okay
thought
then.
that
I
only
didn't
had,
realize that.
300 credits left.
Tygon.
Yes?
My melee damage bonus is kind of stupid because I read the physical enhancement.
Oh.
It might be 13 now instead of 3.
Nice.
Holy poop.
Wait, can I run a micro with physical enhancement?
Yeah?
Don't see anything. Oh, please make them a mouse.
just this tiny Fennec fox. Guns on guns. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, +5 to melee damage bonus for each landmark reach. That's terrifying.
Yeah, so I should have hit much harder than I was. Oh boy.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh yeah, no, I should have been doing that too. Shit!
Predictive reflexes is terrifying. Don't need to roll to perform bonus shooting attacks. Characters with the surgery simplify range combat attacks to reduce and reduce enemy evasion scores by 10 to a minimum of 25. So
Yeah,
an extra simplification.
Reflexes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that.
And imagine being able to also add some subconscious tracking to that.
Subconscious tracking. Double your ranged attack bonus. Is that?
Well, range damage bonus.
Question.
Okay, I know what I'm getting. I'm getting subconscious tracking.
Are the gray slots on your character sheet for the spontaneous metamorphosis, or
No, it's. I mean, it can be for that. There's all sorts of things that allow that give you extra slots.
Okay. Okay, because I was looking at those, it's like, I don't see the use of these? Question mark. But, okay.
I think it's for when you like get a replacement limb and that replacement limb has a bunch of gadgets on it or something. I'm not sure about that's a good question.
To be completely certain, that's probably written down. I know there's a like the surgery grid thing. Is explained somewhere. I don't remember where exactly.
Hold on. Something was brought to my attention and it's concerning. I'll be back in like a minute. I don't think I'm going to buy anything, though.
Okay. I'm going to get subconscious tracking, and I'm updating my sheet for 2 more reclamations. One is my landmark. One is my background. So.
1 minute later. Oh God! Why is everything on fire? Ah!
Exactly.
Speaking of which, I actually need to step away as well.
Oh, so everybody take
Why
5.
don't we take a couple of minutes for a potty break?
Okay. Somebody put on the intermission music from Monty Python.
I don't have any. I am afraid I don't have intermission music ready.
Look up Girl from Ipanema. It's open source. Or not open source, that's for programming. Royalty free. Ipanema, I think is actually how it's supposed to be pronounced.
I'm just gonna play this.
Is claimed reflexes. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. I'm assuming that the bonus for subconscious tracking is retroactive, so landmark reached, I get plus 10.
Sounds right. Plus 10 to...
Oh, that's...
What does the subconscious tracking give a plus 10 to? Damage or accuracy?
It is, effect double your range damage bonus score, and then landmark bonus, add plus 5 range damage bonus for each landmark reached. So I double my range damage bonus, which is 4, so that goes to 8, and then I add 10, so it's 18 now, up from 4.
That seems a bit ridiculous.
So
That's more ridiculous than what I had for melee.
Like, sort of game-breaking ridiculous.
Considering I haven't been able to do crap in the last couple combats, this.
I'm not faulting you. I'm just... That is huge. 18 guaranteed damage. When I think my armor is 18.
Yeah, be right back real fast. I'm gonna use the bathroom while I can.
Oh, okay. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. Oh my god. I can get laser eyes.
No.
But energy projection. Or I could get hard skin and then have laser hands.
Wink wonk.
Wink wonk.
And back.
Welcome back.
Wink wonk.
Okay, so doubling that, adding one for each landmark. Yeah, that's an RDB of 18. Oh gosh. That is
Death to
terrifying.
the non-believers.
So how much gear score does that add?
4. Or it has a gear score of 4.
You know what? I'm gonna pick up updated tissue.
The little plus one's nice.
Especially since I'm melee.
Mhm.
So that's 1260. Tissue. So,
No, I've been forgetting to do that to simplify the ranged combat attacks this entire time.
What was that?
Because I have predictive reflexes, I've always forgotten to simplify the ranged combat.
Yeah, that's a scary one.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's a guaranteed third attack. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Simplify range combats. Okay, that's good. The last part I don't get: reduce enemies' evasion scores by 10 to a minimum of 25. If an enemy's evasion is 25, I mean, how the hell are you even supposed to hit that in the first place?
Short story, you're not, but I think a lot of that has to do with circumstantial bonuses or modifiers. So, like, like, say somebody who already has a really, really, really ridiculous high evade, they could, like, take cover or take some additional modifiers.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, just keep in mind. If you really want to go for it, you can easily play a masked 1 character who starts with an evade of 18. Get a couple of bonuses, hide behind cover, and your evade goes to nearly 30. Granted, that is pushing it. And if you do manage to hit them, a wound is almost guaranteed because they have an endure of 10.
Yep.
Okay, everybody back?
I am prepared. Sora is going to come out of operations with being sneakier, being able to work harder, and she's going to be really good at bluffing and really good at shooting things. So... Let's see. I put the thing in the wrong spot, though. Expressive control should be an augmentation, not operation. Eh.
Yeah.
There we go. I fix.
Yes?
What about your feet?
I said I fix.
Sorry, but I'll be good for a bit more, but I may have to call it early. I'm crashing.
Oof.
Which
That
is weird, since I actually slept pretty well today.
Tired, you're tired. There's not a whole lot you could do about that except sleep.
Yeah.
All the sleep.
Yeah, no, I got a little bit more left in me.
Alright. Everybody else here?
I am ready.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty. So, you spent a night at the Ganymede Terraforming Outpost 26. It is, well, you're given proper rooms. Still probably not the most restful night you ever had. Because, well, this is not a quiet place. And even in your rooms, although it is quieter, but you know the whole noise of the machinery that's going. still very much audible.
Used to sleeping in ships and industrial areas. Very rather comforting.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think Lillian's gonna get proper sleep.
Well, I mean, a lot of you should probably come home and visit me family then. I'm the only one who doesn't snore like a chainsaw. And even I snort every now and again. I admit it. It's only a certain small being in our presence which doesn't appreciate it much. The rest of you don't seem to complain.
Don't worry, you're louder when you're awake.
See? It's all good.
To quote, what's the name? Mora McTaggart. You two are adorable.
Too bad I can't hide. I can't do combat stealth when I'm on his shoulders, because I could just hide on his back and just be a turret.
Bullet Master Blaster.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, technically you could hide behind a teammate, but that is very, very, yeah, no.
Yes, no.
Let's not and say we didn't.
Okay. Well, eventually, assuming you're not already awake, you are awoken by a loud banging on your doors.
Yeah.
Doors.
It's open.
You are given several rooms. You're not all made to sleep in one big room.
Sleepy Fox pokes head from out underneath blankets.
It is Rebecca, the goat lady with the fancy legs. And, rise and shine.
I have an operation hangover.
You know,
That's a good one.
I'm pretty sure that Rise and Shine only counts if there's a sun. And so far I can tell, you haven't got one.
Complain, 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 complain.
Who's complaining? I'm just saying, technically that's an incorrect usage of the phrase.
You already sound like everybody else working here.
Everybody but her. Clearly.
Methinks you're protesting too much. And Potter, you actually gets a kick out of that. Now then, I suppose it's time for us to leave, huh?
Whenever you're ready.
There's a thunk as Vandal rolls out of bed, still in her full armor.
You really sleep? You know what? Don't want to know. Don't want to know.
Coffee. Explaining later. And for the benefit of people in the stream, I have Fox coffee mug. It
Yes.
says, "Hey there, hot stuff."
Coffee.
Uh,
I have a quick out of character question for you.
Yes.
for who?
You.
Oh,
You mean me?
I.
No, god damn it. How many of your characters have a coffee addiction?
Who doesn't?
I mean,
Hi.
you're also passed out like 48 hours a day, so
Yeah, maybe we could solve some of your problems. I can start shipping you coffee, and things will be great. I live a healthy life.
I have to be awake enough to actually make it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, the early morning zombie shuffle to go get coffee to wake up is very much a constant struggle. But no,
Interestingly enough, even though they only get the like nutrient blocks printed out, they do have coffee.
hey, no
I mean,
complaints.
out of the nutrient block.
I mean, you'd be surprised. It's I'll regale you later with tales of people getting really inventive when it comes to coffee substitutes. But anyway,
Well, it's not good coffee, but it's strong.
there you go. That's what counts, at least right now. Yeah, Sora will be ready shortly once she gets some food in her.
I suppose I should probably put my shirt on.
She just
Let me get the
snake
recipe.
eats a block of nutrient. Arr.
Hey, you left it.
Makes me think of the man eats like a pig. I don't know. Pigs tend to chew.
You can't just go line the wrapper.
I'm gonna give Mickey a pulmonary embolism here if I'm not careful.
Seeing that there's no garbage can nearby, he looks left, looks right, and then just eats the wrapper. He doesn't say anything, just like, well, I mean...
Oh my god.
There's no garbage, there's no bin nearby, might as well, right?
Yeah. You be that person who, if they're ever like making food, they'd just be eating the peels while they're cutting up the veggies or whatever.
Exactly. At least this way I don't have to eat one of the nutrient blocks and somebody else can get something that's, well, relatively more healthy.
Meh. Alright, but we have a job to do. We ready to go?
yep.
Yeah.
Medical pack, triple checked, ready to roll.
Excellent.
Yep, I'll do a gear check before boarding up.
Well, make sure you have everything. Check for all your chargers, your gadgets.
Yep.
There's always going to be that one thing that's just gone.
And make sure to go to the bathroom before you leave.
Yeah, I didn't take reclaimed bladder control. Alright,
Eventually, Rebecca is leading you to the shuttle, where Iluak is already waiting.
Hi.
Good. Yes?
oh, just saying hi as we meet them.
Oh, hi. Well, everything is shipshape, I think they say. Yeah,
You-
replaced the parts that needed replacing. Everything works. You can leave anytime you like.
You's gonna look at the ship, gonna turn to whoever's closest and go, was it not ship-shaped before?
It was ship-shaped, it just wasn't ship-shape.
Oh.
There's a difference.
Oh.
It's like when you're friend-shaped, but you're not your friend. Make sense?
Oh.
You just blew his mind.
Oh yeah, no, his mind is utterly blown. Yes. Everything's so much more clear now.
Speaking of which, quick science plug, they've actually done some research and they've found that there are certain genetic linkages that are associated with being domesticated. Meaning
Yep.
that over time, animals do indeed become friend-shaped.
Yes. It's great.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
Those
In,
Russians and their
like
foxes.
in relations to those domesticated foxes.
Yeah, I want one. I want like a dozen.
There's, I think, 13 total in the U.S., and each one's like $1,200.
I want all of them.
Well, I know.
Or no,
actually,
9,000. I'm sorry.
One of the problems with them is they might be domesticated, but they're not housebroken.
Yeah.
I will live in the woods. No house, just foxes.
With your screaming cheese puffs.
Yes, with my screaming Cheetos.
No, for some reason that really amuses me. No house, just foxes. I sleep on a bed of poofy tails.
I'm just saying, maybe we shouldn't give the DM laughing fits.
Boy, this is great.
Well,
Okay,
just not
well,
too bad.
back to the matter at hand.
Yes.
At hand.
Ilowak says, only one more thing. I would like to accompany you.
Sure, if you'd like. Have you left this place before?
He glances at Rebecca, who looks at him with, a shocked expression. Says, "Oh no." But what you said about practice made me think. Maybe you have a point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with it if you don't. She's gesturing to Rebecca. You're mission control for this, so that's up to you.
She shakes her head slowly. I don't like it. But Rebecca, no! We don't leave the outpost.
I mean,
That's
sure.
how it has always been.
Well, yeah. And for thousands of years, there are human beings. And look how that changed. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're free to do as you like, and I'm not going to criticise you for it. But at the same time, unless he's breaking some kind of law or doing something you feel is reprehensibly immoral, let him. You know?
I would like a community exert communications role.
Okay.
May I roll for that as well?
I'm gonna say up to 2 of you may.
All right.
No, if you would like to try and convince,
Yeah.
Rebecca to let the bird Ilowak come with you.
Listen, if Ilwark wants to come with us, then, well, honestly, the help would be appreciated, and yeah, having somebody else able to, with some experience in getting out and flying this thing. I mean, what if you had an emergency where you need to use this thing, like to evacuate or get supplies in a time-sensitive manner, and you weren't in contact with anyone else? You need somebody who's proven and tested to do this.
So, What's the difficulty?
I'm gonna say difficulty 2.
Okay, I meet that. Give me 1 second. I want to check something real quick.
Mhm.
Bum, bum, bum.
I think I got what I need, but I need to make sure.
Two D8 plus 2. 13.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna use that. Makes sense, but I'll save it for something else. Huh, I'm just shy.
Just +1 it. We rested.
True, can do. A +1 it shall be.
Alright. Well, Rebecca is very visibly not happy about this. But she relents. You know, it's like grumbling about it and everything, but you make compelling arguments. Eventually she... alright. You go with them. Don't say I didn't warn you. And then she stalks off.
Oh, that went well. She says, giving a cheery smile to the burb.
He smiles back.
Alright, climb on board. I'll need a co-pilot.
Alrighty. So, everybody on board, and it is time to take off.
Yes.
Yes? Somebody had a
I heard
question?
an,
I just said all right. Sorry.
Ah, okay. Excuse me. So, yeah. What was I? Yeah, takeoff. Pilot check.
oh boy, here goes.
Spend all the focus.
Yeah, apparently. Body pilot?
I think it is body. Let me check real quick. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yes, body.
Alright. Difficulty?
I'm
I'm assuming taking off isn't massively hard, but...
yeah, I'm gonna say difficulty 1.
Okay, cool. So I have a 3 in body, so that's, what, 2d10?
Mm-hmm.
Don't even need to reroll. Nice.
Very nice. It is a little bumpy, as Sora makes herself, or Vandal. I'm sorry, I keep saying Sora. It's a get yourself familiar with how the controls actually respond and everything. It's a bit different when you're actually flying, because you do have a very good point about the practice.
Yeah.
That's just not these people's opinion. And for most of the machinery they're using, they are correct. Once you're taught how something works, then you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
obviously, it is not that case with everything.
No.
So, the roof actually slides open. There's a good deal of snow and stuff coming down, because obviously this is hidden. But it allows you to take off, and you are, as they say, airborne.
Nice.
Well, there's worse ways to get into the air.
That wasn't too bad. She says, peering up over the controls, like,
I'm pretty sure they would have been able to find a booster seat for you.
Yay, booster seat.
Sorry, a micro seat.
There we go.
Alright. I think this is an okay spot to stop.
Gonna bow out. Yeah.
Like, if you guys want to keep going, I don't mind in the slightest. I need to lay down, and I'm sorry about that.
That is understandable.
We are also past the 2-hour mark.
Okay. Well, we might as well call it there then. Bit of a short session, but
Got a lot of shopping done.
Yep.
So.
And I mean, it's best that we all, watch it on the short jokes.
Yeah, otherwise you might have your toggles hacked to do funny things.
My toggle already does funny things. It's got a little trombone app.
Wah, 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 wah.
That's
The rest
great.
was lost to Earth history.
Yep.
All I can say is I deeply imagine Mickey is a source of great consternation to anyone vaguely technologically inclined, because he is the worst.
I kind of want at some point for him and Shark Boy to cross ways.
So what you're saying is he'd be the kind of person that has a million add-on bars on his web browser.
I wouldn't say a million.
The top
add-on
bar
bars.
is like that thick.
I wouldn't say a million. He just has a bunch of ones that are unnecessary, and some of them he knows are unnecessary but are just plain fun.
Yeah.
Such as a button that makes fart noises when he's bored.
So he has widgets. Widget
Yep.
syndrome.
Widgets everywhere. I imagine him and you spend a lot of time goofing with the widgets.
Yes.
Him's you, what are you doing? I found the gunshot one. I'm hunting ducks.
Oh no, that's exactly what he would do.
Alright.
Why are you pointing
anything,
in Quinn's direction? He's the king duck.
anything else before we head out?
Well, you get 15 XPs.
Oh. Yay!
15 XPs.
And as a word of warning, as you get on your way, not immediately, but after a good bit of flying, all your toggle cases start doing a lot of beeping.
Oh dear.
Wink wonk
And
beep
and what is up with that? We will find out next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Farewell.
And remember, Kickstarter.
Yes.
Go there, kick it, start it, whatever.
Percussive
Okay.
maintenance.
because of maintenance.
Kick it, start it, bop it, twist it.
Make it rain.
Alright.
Alright.
Bye bye.
Farewell.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.